Hello, this is Brandon Broadwater, and it's a pleasure to spend a few moments of time with you right now. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning, and as I sat here, I wanted to talk with you personally about why people struggle more than they need to in relationships. And why do they? Well, take a look at this Mediterranean palm, and we're going to talk about how relationships are a lot like plants. One of the things I think that people forget in relationships is that every relationship, like this plant, like this Mediterranean palm right here, every relationship needs nutrients. It needs to get some sun. It needs to, and the sun representing it, you need to get a break for yourself to get recharged. And sometimes, especially with women, or the feminine, we can call the feminine and the masculine, especially with the feminine is naturally self-sacrificing. And it can very quickly go from a very healthy, beautiful type of self-sacrificing to this gray area where it's done out of obligation or not, or done for the wrong reasons. And ladies, the way to tell the difference is how you feel afterwards. If you feel great and recharged after helping or serving somebody, then you probably did it for the right reasons. But if you feel drained or angry or resentful, well, I don't know if the problem is with the other person, because it might be initiating with you doing whatever you're doing for the wrong reasons and not for love. This plant needs the same thing that relationship needs. It needs nutrients. It needs time out in the sun. It needs some time to take care of itself. So what happens in a marriage when somebody does not get nutrients, such as words of appreciation, such as consideration and attentiveness in ways that you could help the other person? In fact, one thing that I think that is really interesting to ask is, when was the last time, if you're having struggles in a relationship, that you asked your partner, your significant other, what can I do to help you? How are you doing, and what can I do to help you? And if this is not happening at least once or twice a day, then I suggest that you start, because if not, you'll be shooting targets trying to help, and that might not be what they want you to do to help them. And so, why is it that a plant will die? Well, a lot of times that's because nutrients are not happy. Now, I'm not saying that all you have to do is say, how can I help, and that's going to fix things. No, there's a lot more going on here. There's the masculine and the feminine energy going on. And some people are polarized one direction or the other, and each relationship is unique. But the interesting thing is that people overlook that the masculine lives more in the physical world. I mean, come on, think about it. Are guys more physical or emotional? Well, I think that it's pretty obvious if you look around in life that generally most masculine people, most men, are in the physical world. And so, are you crazy? Ladies, let's talk with you for just a minute. Are you crazy? Why in the world would you talk with your man or masculine partner without touching him? Do you realize that just by touching him on the shoulder, or having a little bit of feminine touch if there's a little stroke or something, can help snap the masculine mind into your presence? But how do you expect somebody living very much in the physical world to be attentive to you without some of that? It doesn't have to necessarily be sexual, but it has to be physical. You have to touch. So I know in my experience with my wife, if she touches me and communicates something to me, I'm there. Boom. But if she tries to even give me appreciation or something like that, it's nice, but I don't feel it. If I feel it when she touches me. And by the way, while we're on this subject, ladies, guys don't want appreciation. They want to be made a hero. So if they go and mow the lawn, then you want to go up to them, touch them. Remember, you got to touch them, and say, "Are these the arms? Are these the guns that mowed that lawn?" Or you could say something like, "I know it seems funny, but this is really how guys respond. They flare up like the Incredible Hulk. Say, that's right, these are it." Or you could say something like, "You know, you look really sexy," as you touch them. "You look really sexy when you mow the lawn." Something like that. So, guys, what can you do for women? Well, one, it's important that we listen more. But two, we've got to understand that if the feminine is always testing, why do we fail so many tests? Well, it's simple. It's because we, living in the physical world, put logic above their emotions, and it should never be that way. It's not that you have to submit and she has to be right all the time, but it's about loving her enough to allow your attention to go towards her heart and not the facts. So anyways, this is a taste of what we go over at my 3-day event. Go ahead, take a look. I invite you to come learn more about this stuff. Come to an event, come to an introductory event, or even better, if you want your life to change, come to the answer to everything. And if you doubt that the answer to everything, that there is one, well, I invite you to doubt your doubts, because there is. I've seen people's lives changed. My life has changed. I've watched people's incomes go through the roof. When you change in accordance with higher laws, when you align your life with principles and higher laws, not only does your relationship change, your income changes. So if you're going to a relationship seminar or a relationship training, if they don't get the principles, then you're hunting in a very narrow place. In other words, you have just part of the circle. And having just part of the circle will not get you the results you want. If you want to learn about money and how to have more money, well, if you go to a financial seminar or a financial guru to learn about this stuff, the problem is that you're covering now the financial piece of things. If you don't have the balance of the spiritual, the financial, the emotional, the physical, and all the other things that go through this circle right here, there's principles that apply to each area. There's higher laws of money, the higher laws of relationship. And if you don't have this whole circle, then you won't get the personal empowerment. You'll be unbalanced. You won't get the financial stuff, and you will not get results. That's my point. You won't get the results you want. And if you do, they won't be sustainable. Why? Because you'll have success in your financial area, and then your relationships will break down, or vice versa. You'll get your relationships rocking and rolling, and then your finances might not be where they want to be because you're unbalanced. Or it goes on and on and on. So I invite you, come learn the full circle. We have it. It's an opportunity for you right now. Ask yourself, why are you watching this video? Why? Why are you listening? Why are you watching this video? What is the universe trying to tell you right now? I invite you, ask yourself, what is the universe trying to tell you right now? As you think about your life, is there more? Are you stuck somewhere, or do you want to step up and get to the leading edge to get even better? Or are you feeling tremendous pain? Or are you doing pretty good and you want to just take it to the next level? Wherever you're at, I promise you that it will be one of the most amazing experiences. So this is my invitation for you. Come learn about higher laws. One of the reasons why I founded the Higher Laws Company, created the Abundance Game, one of the reasons I'm writing my book that's coming out this year is because there are so many messages out there that are parts of this circle. People will struggle until they get the complete circle. So I'm excited to see you at the event. I'm actually getting on a plane tomorrow morning with my wife, and we're going to go have a good time, and I'll see you at the event. So take care and have a great day.